Assault victim is convicted of hate crime after she branded attacker a F-slur in text messages telling a friend how she'd been beaten up. Well, if that person snitched on you, they're not your friend. That person is not your friend and they never were. An assault victim has been convicted of a homophobic hate crime after she branded her attacker a F-slur in text messages while ranting about being beaten up. Care home worker Elizabeth Kinney, 34, was said to have sent a barrage of messages to a former friend during which she described being attacked by a male mutual acquaintance. I mean, I think if you're a woman and you get beaten up and severely assaulted by a man, you're allowed a slur or two. I think women are perfectly justified in being really, really upset about that scenario. Right, so I think you're allowed a slur or two in that situation. During the messaging, the single mother of four even said, even sent pictures of her injuries from the assault, which resulted in her being admitted to hospital. But Kinney, an aspiring nurse, was reported to the police over the use of the word rhymes with Caget to describe the unnamed man and later charged with malicious communications offences, which I'm going to guess is section 127. At Sefton Magistrates Court, Kinney from Tranmere pleaded guilty to causing to be sent by public communication network an offensive, indecent, obscene or menacing message. Yeah, in section 127. She insisted her words were a thoughtless rant and that she was not attacking anyone's sexuality. But JP said her remark was homophobic and gave her an uplifted sentence of a 12-month community order for saying a single word in a text message. For saying a single word in a text message. She was also ordered to undertake 72 hours of unpaid work and 10 rehabilitation activity days and pay £364 in costs and surcharge. So 12-month community order, 72 hours of community service, 10 rehabilitation activity days and £364 for a single word. For a single word. That she sent any private communication to someone that she thought was her friend and then the friend snitched on them. Right? That's grotesque. That is an extreme punishment. None of the messages or context were fully read out at the hearing. I think they should have been. It is thought no one has been arrested or charged over the assault. Outlining the facts, Jacqueline Whiting, prosecuting, said the defendant and the victim in this matter had been friends but had a falling out which resulted in an incident on the October 27th, 2024, whereby abusive and homophobic text messages were sent to the victim, causing her alarm and distress. So yeah, it was her friend that actually fully snitched on her. The Crown placed this offence in the highest category of its type due to the effect related to sexual orientation and the greater harm because it had moderate impact. So basically, is our friend even gay? Why is our friend annoyed by that word? That's the thing is, we throw words like that around each other all the time, especially to our gay friends, because they are, right? And like, nobody feels like getting the police involved or anything like that. They just like call his names back. Everybody's so fucking pussified, man. In mitigation, Kinney's lawyer, Simon Simmons, said there had been an incident and in the text conversation, Miss Kinney sends photos of her quite badly injured. She had to attend hospital. She was effectively ranting and there is not much coming back. In terms of motivation and hostility, I do not support there was much thought process other than unloading a lot off her chest. She was simply upset about what had happened to her. There is reference to another male they had both been connected to, and this led to an incident not before the court that Miss Kinney was the victim of. I had to do that there because I was like, is somebody standing behind her, but it's her feet? It all sounds ridiculous and childish, and she is quite embarrassed to read them in the cold light of day. Though she used the word F-slur, they were not being used against a person's sexuality. It doesn't matter. Context doesn't matter, remember. The courts don't give a shit about context. They care about putting you away for as long as possible so they can go, look, we got rid of the dangerous mum of four who said a single word. That's like, yay, I feel safer already. Thank you, justice system. My taxes are being well spent. I mean, the grooming gangs, we'll get around to them eventually, I suppose. They were simply words used without any thought to get it off her chest. There was no planning, no targeting, just a response to something that has happened to her, getting something off her chest. He added there was a one off reaction to an incident and she acted in a manner which was below her normal standard of behaving. She works at a care home and has done so for 16 years, working with elderly and the unwell, and she clearly does this to a decent standard. She wants to be a fully qualified nurse and is doing the Access course now. She's trying to better herself to get solutions and answers to the issues that she has. Sentencing her, JP Robert Waugh said the sentence has been uplifted because of the homophobic content. We accept that it may have been made in a rant, but nevertheless they were made. The CPS was contacted for further comment about details of the messages, which they're not going to give out because it's probably going to make them look really bad. Now, I think if you're a woman that's just been assaulted by a man, you are in fact allowed a few slurs. You're allowed a few slurs in there. I think that's fine. Right? But still, sending a single word like that in a message to someone who's supposed to be your friend, this woman's friend, that was a scumbag move. You could have completely messed up your friend's life. Because this is the thing is, right, someone said the F slur, who cares? Who cares? Go on about your day. Go on about your day. I get daily death threats and I just carry on going on about my day. Right, it's words, it's pixels on a screen, they can't hurt you. Right, you're going to be fine. You know, whenever a day comes when someone slices somebody's throat with an adjective, then we can talk. Right, but until then, it was just a single word. And this person's met, what a snitch. Just what an actual snitch and fucking up your friend's life like that. Can't trust bitches.